Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gids. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a comparison of a very popular men's fragrance from the house of Chanel. It is Bleu De Chanel. Now, I own the fragrance in the Parfum concentration. I did a video talking about fragrances I regret buying, and I did put this on the list, mainly because I said the performance was terrible for the amount that this fragrance costs. Very disappointed in that. And I also thought naively, which I'm going to talk about, because it's a Parfum concentration, that the fragrance would last longer. However, I was sadly mistaken. Now, to do a comparison, when I did that video, a few people said to me, can you get the Eau de Parfum and maybe do a comparison? So I said, yes, I will definitely do that because I was interested in doing that myself. I'm not going to be talking about the Eau de Toilette because I'm not really interested in the Eau de Toilette. So I've got the Eau de Parfum in this decant, and I thought I would compare and kind of give you my thoughts because I do have a few thoughts about the fragrance. Now, Bleu de Chanel, essentially, let's just break it down. It's a very popular fragrance. The Eau de Parfum came out, I believe, in 2014. Perfumer is Jacques Polge, the legendary in-house perfumer at Chanel. The Parfum version is 2018, and this is Olivier Polge, who is the son of Jacques Polge. Now, this fragrance essentially is a woody aromatic fragrance. Let's get into it. I actually have it sprayed on card. I don't need to do that. Okay. So, this is a woody, citrus, aromatic type of fragrance. Now, in the Eau de Parfum, you get all of that. You get the citrus, you get the woodiness. There is some lovely grapefruit, lemon. There is lovely woody notes in the fragrance. There's even some jasmine and some nutmeg and ginger, according to base notes. I get all of that, and I get a really beautiful, intense, woody dry down. Same as I do with the Parfum. However, the Parfum seems and feels like a much smoothed out version of the Eau de Parfum, if that makes sense. So this consists of less notes, technically less notes, although it smells similar to the Eau de Parfum, but this Parfum version just smells much smoother, much more sort of cleaned out, like they've cleaned out all the kinks, sort of ironed them all out, and much more refined. So in this fragrance, there is some lavender, some citrus notes, some geranium, which is not in the Eau de Parfum. In the Eau de Parfum, they have jasmine, not geranium. And then you have some cedarwood and sandalwood. So there is much less noted in the breakdown on base notes for the Parfum. The Parfum seemed like it's a much simplified version of the Eau de Parfum. Now, to me, they both smell like very classy male shower gels. That's the best way I can smell it. That's the best way I can describe this particular fragrance. A lot of people say it does have a shower gel type smell. Yes, I would agree. It has a very classic male shower gel smell, but it's really nice. I think it is a shower gel smell, but intensified woodiness. I'm going to be honest, there isn't a massive amount of difference between the two fragrances. As I said, I just find that with the Parfum, this has much more of a smoother composition, and also with this fragrance, I think it's a little bit, for me, a little bit more zingy, a little bit more tart, and I like that about it. When you first spray it, this does smell stronger initially. However, it calms and settles down very quickly, and that was one of my grievances with this fragrance when I made that video about fragrances I regret buying, because I think this quickly becomes a skin scent, very close to the skin, and then it lingers for about 3-ish, 4-ish hours, very faintly, and then it kind of waves goodbye and it's gone out of here. The same for the Eau de Parfum. I found the same thing happened. I didn't necessarily experience better projection or longevity. I found the same thing happened. I do find with the Eau de Parfum, the lemon citrus note is a bit more prominent than in the Parfum version. I feel like the Parfum is a little bit more woody, a little bit warmer. And in the Eau de Parfum, which is in the decant, on my skin, it smells just a little bit, like a little bit of sweetness to it as it dries down. I don't know if that's because it has a little bit of nutmeg, a bit of amberwood. I don't know if that combination on my skin makes it a little touch sweet, but I have noticed that this, which I sprayed about 20 minutes ago on this wrist. This is the Eau de Parfum, and the Parfum on this one has still remained a bit zingy, a bit fresh, and the woodiness is now coming through even more. This one the same, however, it still smells, it has a little bit of sweetness to it, which is very, very interesting. Now, as I said, in terms of performance, they're very, very similar. Most people would be thinking, well, which one should I go for? Just note that just because this is a Parfum does not mean it's going to project further, it's going to last particularly longer. I think with this one, they've just created a much smoother blend. Now, this does smell incredibly elegant. It does smell very professional. Like, I think this is a fantastic scent to wear to work. I don't think it's going to offend anyone. But with this one, I'd probably do a few sprays on your clothes. I have sprayed this on some of my white tees and it didn't stain. So I would spray this on clothes as well as skin, because I think it's probably, for most people, isn't going to last particularly long on skin, which is a shame because I do think it's a really, really nice fragrance. As I said, which one should you go for? Now, if you already own the Eau de Parfum, personally, in my opinion, I would say stick to the Eau de Parfum. If you want a fragrance from the two and you're saying, well, which one would you recommend? If money is no object, I would say go for the Parfum. I just think it's just that little bit, that much, just by a fraction, it's a little bit nicer. I even asked my mum which one she preferred and she went with this one. So I would agree. I think that this, I personally prefer to the Eau de Parfum. However, I'm going to be honest, once this fragrance finishes, I'm probably not going to repurchase this. Yeah, I'm probably not going to repurchase it again, but it's still a nice fragrance. I can appreciate this fragrance for what it is, and the bottle is beautiful as well. It's got this nice magnetic cap, which is actually really, really good because you can hold it quite solidly like that, and it's just a really nice, beautiful bottle. I really, really do like it. It's got the lovely Bleu De Chanel in this kind of gold, yellowish gold color, and then you have the lovely double C Chanel logo in gold as well at the top. So it's very classy. It's a very, very classy fragrance. I think if I was to compare the two, I would say that this is probably like the president of the company, and then this is like the CEO, who's the ultimate boss. So that's how I would describe it. They both have power and status, but this is obviously the one who takes and holds the reins of the company. So there you go. I hope that was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I was a bit nervous to do that comparison because I know this is a very, very popular fragrance. It's a great fragrance. I'm not going to lie. It's a great fragrance. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please do consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you and take care.